Good morning. As you can see on the charts, as you can see in the markets, we're just in that in between where we've just had the Bitcoin ETF. We've got the alts, which are sort of waiting to explode. But then also we've got the halving coming up. But also, as of today, we have a big, well, crypto anyway, a big court case starting. And that's the Coinbase versus the SEC with Gary Gensler again. And, you know, this is a big thing. And we'll get a bit more into that. But as you can see, on the markets at the moment, with all the altcoins, we've got a mixed bag of red and green. We've got Beam that is up as of today, 13.72%. And we've got, like, you know, CRO, which is amazing, really, 1.17%. There's a lot at the moment, anticipation. It's like the alts want to get going, but it's like the market is undeciding. Are we going to go down to, some people are saying, to 38,000? Some people are saying that we just got to stay around this area. And we can have a quick look actually on the charts, because at the moment we're on this ascending wedge. And we're staying above this smart trail. This is on Lux Algo. This is an algorithmic software that I use to help me with my navigation in terms of the charting. But yeah, we're on this smart trail. We're staying above it. We've got a lot of support at the moment, sitting at around about that 42,000 region. And, you know, we've got other support here down. It's around about the 36, 35. I don't think we're going down unless we get a black swan, unless something major happens. I really don't personally think that we're going to go down there, but we could do. So always be prepared, always be prepared. But we've got a lot of strong support at the moment. So we've got to say, my target is still around about, you know, hitting up to that 50,000 mark to 53. We're still in that wedge. And we've still got that upside. So we're following that smart trail, which is bullish. With stock RSI, which I take with a pinch of salt. We're saying we're oversold on this. And we're starting to get oversold on this one. Well, but overall, you know, still really bullish from where we were, $15,000, $16,000 where we are. But yeah, you can see on here, Crypto Rover says here, once Bitcoin hits 41,900, 250 million Bitcoin longs will be liquidated. So yeah, we've got that all to go. So, but he says here, Bitcoin is still sitting on support, important daily support, which I show you on the chart here. We're on that smart trail support here. We've got a lot of support down here. We've got to hold this and start grinding away up. But also, we can see here, this is an individual I follow, Stock Money Lizard. Altcoins, he says here, everything is happening in a cycle where we might now. Altcoins are in the pre-halving area. The alt season has been triggered in the past 2016 and 2020 by the Bitcoin halving. This will also happen in April 2024. It's all set to go. So we're all getting ready on this. And he says here also, on here, this is important. Sometimes a line chart can help put things into perspective. We believe there is a lot more to come, especially after the halving. And we can see here, look what happened in 2016, 2020. Look where we are now in 2024. And look what can happen if we follow 2016, 2020, and now of 2024. So we're pre-halving at the moment. What can happen once we get after that halving? And it's like somebody said here, looking very similar to both bull runs. And Stock Money says, yes, it is. It's exactly the same. You can see here, first peak. And again here, first peak. So we're getting a bit of consolidation at the moment. Just Bitcoin going really sideways. But we can see on here on the charts, Bitcoin is sitting at 42,592. At the moment, we're sitting at still at 1.69 trillion. So there hasn't really been a mega movement as of yet. So let's get into, well, but before I actually get into the Coinbase section, give us a like, give subscribe. It's always much appreciated. If you don't like what I'm doing, give us a thumbs down. It all helps out with that algorithm, and it helps out with the channel, to be honest with you. So let's see what's happening with the Coinbase. So today, of the 17th of the 1st, 2024, we've got the opening speeches regarding the Coinbase and SEC clash in court. Like I said, as of today on the 17th, this is going to be absolutely massive for a lot of the altcoins and obviously for Coinbase. So we can see here on CoinDesk, a federal US judge will hear arguments about whether or not to toss the case based on legal argument that the regulator was in the wrong when it sued the exchange. So we can see here on the opening comments, Coinbase is poised to argue with the Security and Exchange Commission over whether its business model is violating US law. He says here also, as a bullet point, a federal judge in New York will hear a lengthy 4 hours of oral arguments in the case, and the crypto industry will see whether her eventual decision about throwing out the SEC case will help or hurt momentum against the regulator. So we see here the company has asked Judge Catherine Polk Fowler of the US District Court for the Southern District of New York to throw out the case. A long shot request, so it could happen, but one that she may be taking very seriously. This could obviously, this is could have a big effect on actually the whole crypto market at the moment, depending what comes out. She's taking it very serious. She booked 4 hours of back and forth with Coinbase and the SEC on Wednesday. An unusual depth of oral argument for such motion, which often tends to favour the government side in this kind of enforcement case. So like I said, this is going to be really, really big, and it could be a market mover. So keep an eye on the charts, keep an eye on what's happening on the news regarding this case as of today. Keep a close eye what's coming out on X and Twitter, because like I said, this could actually pump us or dump us, or nothing might not happen at all. But it's worth to say. But when the government is, well, it says here, when the government is suing people, they usually don't lose on summary judgment motions, said Patrick McCarthy, a financial consultant, former SEC lawyer who teaches crypto classes in Georgetown Law. But it's possible, very possible. And we also know here, Judge Fallon could give a significant momentum to either side when she rules the motion. Probably not this week. So it might not happen this week. Obviously, the arguments are happening today, but the decision might come in the coming weeks or months. But within the next couple of months, she'll either land in the camp of fellow SDN, well, as we all know about this one, Judge Elizabeth Torres, who ruled also a summary judgment that the SEC stated some of its claims about XRP being a security in the case against Ripple, or Judge Jeff Rakoff, who just gave the SEC a win in its action against Terraform Labs. So, like I said, lots going on. And it says here, Paul Gruhl, who's the legal advisor at Coinbase, says 10 hours ago, ready. One word, ready. They've got all their work ready, all their paperwork, all their evidence ready. So this is going to be very interesting to happen. I think you can actually ring in. I haven't got the number, but you can actually ring in and you can actually listen in to the court case via phone. But there's a guy, this individual I follow a lot, is Meta Lawman, and he puts his opinion. Meta Lawman, he says, one, if the SEC follows through on its threat to sue Coinbase, I believe the SEC will lose. The SEC case has a fatal flaw, and the problem is entirely of Gary Gensler's own making. Let me explain. So he says here, two, after he was confirmed to his post as chairman, the SEC, Gensler testified in Congress on Monday the 6th, 2021, that the SEC does not have authority from Congress to regulate crypto exchanges. And he's got the video here where he says this. So that goes against him immediately. And Meta Lawman says on his third point here is that the problem for the SEC, of course, that Gary's testimony was entirely correct, which the agency may give authority to regulate crypto exchanges is a majority question that only be answered by Congress. The SEC can't simply, with its own legal authority in existence. And I won't go through it, all of this, but it's worth just giving Meta Lawman a follow, and also check out his thread, because it's quite a detailed thread. And he says here, even more damaging will be the discovery Coinbase will conduct around Gensler's decision to pull a 180-degree reversal and suddenly claim that the SEC does have authority to regulate crypto exchanges in the absence of a congressional authorization. So, like I said, they're asking exchanges to come in to register with the SEC, but either they're not getting back to these exchanges, and then when they do get in touch with the SEC, they're putting these legal cases to them, and it's like, well, there's no regulatory guidance out there for these exchanges to follow. So there's nothing there for them to follow. The SEC has a responsibility to put out regulatory clarity to all these exchanges, and they haven't done it. They're saying to these exchanges, come in and register with us, and they do, and then in the next minute they're slapped in court. So, they can't win. So imagine the emails, meeting notes, texts and testimony from the SEC staff saying essentially, what is he talking about? He suddenly claims authority that we told Congress and the American public we do not have. Where did he get these laws and licenses from? And this final one he says here, his unequivocal testimony before Congress and his bizarre 180-degree reversal makes Gary Gensler himself a star witness of the trial for Coinbase. Because, as I said, Gary Gensler has been on record and told, everybody in the crypto space in the Congress what his thoughts of opinions are. And I can only imagine this is why Brian Armstrong and Ian Paul Gould have been so clear public that they will fight if necessary. And somebody says here, what time is their hearing tomorrow? And he says 10 a.m. New York time. I gather on that. So there's lots going on. Lots going on in Coinbase. So like I said, I keep an eye out on Twitter, because obviously, like I said, follow Meta Lawman, because he's the guy who no doubt will be breaking it all down, because I'm not a legal expert or anything like that, and he'll probably break it down on very easily to digest terms, so we'll all get an idea. So it's worth just checking that out. And then also, yesterday we got Grayscale. Obviously, Grayscale have sold. Transferred 9,000 Bitcoin to Coinbase to begin the dump. As we've seen light on Bitcoin, we have had this dump. And we just sort of go inside another little bit of a dump there. We sort of pumped up a little bit, and now we've started to come down gradually on the daily again. So there has been this dumping, but I'm hoping this dumping will suddenly slow down a bit. But we can see here also, look at the Bitcoin dominance, 51.12. We're coming down on this dominance, but the dominance now is coming to that support. We're following the smart trail still. So hopefully, like I said, as long as we don't get this big, hard, aggressive dump, and we only just get this small grinding move down, dominance will gradually come down, and as it goes, alts will start to get stronger. And that's what will happen, and that's what I'm waiting for the altcoins. But going on to Cronos. Yes, Cronos. It was trending again, but let's have a look, see if it is on here. It was trending. I did find it, but it's actually changed. So it's not trending anymore, but prior to making this video, it was trending in that. So, but we can see, we got basically Cronos is still at around about just over $2 billion. So we're doing all right. Still strongly bullish. Ignore all the FUD and all the haters out there. And, and like I said, you don't get a lot of these big influencers talking about Cronos, because probably crypto.com don't need to pay these individuals to be to sponsor them, So, but overall, we're not doing too bad. I don't see we're doing too bad. We're over at $8 8 cents at the moment. I wish it was $8, but yeah, we're over 8 cents. And like I said, over 8.5 cents. We're flipping between that and $10, really. 10 cents, $10. 10 pence, So overall, Cronos, it's just one of these days today where my mind's just all mushed up. But yeah. So we're staying between this 8 cents and 10 pence, so yeah, overall, but looking good, looking strong. But also, do not forget, crypto.com was able to offer, yes, with Forex Strike options, you can now trade crypto and FX, potentially profit from top FX pairs like the Euro, USD in short turnarounds. 5-minute contracts, CFTC regulated, because do not forget, crypto.coin, a company that holds CFTC. So remember that. This is another bow to their belt in that. So basically, it's clear risk and reward levels. And it said here, all eligible US Crypto.com app users can trade Forex strike options right away along the existing suite of Crypto Strike Options USA. Simply tap the FX feature banner to start. Available Forex pairs, which is Euro to USD, USD to JPY, GBP to USD, and AUD to USD. With strike options, all you have to do is predict an asset price will exceed a certain point after a specific amount of time. So, you know, this is another strong bout. This is why I love Crypto.com and the Cronos, because of what they are doing. You know, you can't really go against all the marketing, all the licenses, all these features that they're offering on the app. It's absolutely crazy. To me, it's one of the best apps going of 2024, in my personal opinion. But Tectonic at the moment, let's get to Tectonic. We've had, obviously, the market's dumped down a little bit. Tectonic is down on the 7-day by 1.38%, which is not anything a great deal. Maybe a good DCA opportunity, because like with a low market cap of 36 million, just over 36 million, you know, when this bull market starts, when this bull market really kicks off, it's these low caps which are going to make you the most money. Yes, you're going to get like your top 10 alts or top 20 alts, which are going to do your 5Xs and that are going to make money. But what, for me, the lower the cap, the more room they've got to move up, if you know what I mean. So it's like, you know, the lower caps, higher risk, higher return. That's how I see it. Tectonic is a higher risk, but it's also a higher return. And I really do think with Tectonic, they've really got an opportunity in this bull run to actually make some really significant gain. If you've been buying like Tectonic at these lows here, if you've been buying DCAing down here, you're already up from here to where you went up when we had that run up to the end of December, all the way up here, which was 87%. At the moment, we're at support. We're still up 32%. So at the moment, we're holding this support node here, holding support here. The next support is this area here. So, you know, we've got a lot of support. And obviously, all we need is Bitcoin to decide, right, okay, we're going to go for another run now up, and then alt start to move up as well. Or Bitcoin goes sideways and dominance is coming down, and then it's the alt's time to make a move. So always be prepared. Lots of things can happen. We've got lots of things going on in the crypto space, so much going on. And don't forget, we've got the halving. This is all, normally Bitcoin will make its strong moves after the halving. So we've got now from now up till then. So I don't think really, if we get a feeling what happens today on Coinbase, but also we've got like the halving coming up, lots of things are going to happen. Prepare for the pumps and be extra prepared for the dumps. They always happen. You get the pumps and you get your dumps. So I hope this video has given you a helping. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated. But keep an eye out on Coinbase today. Lots of things could happen. All right, take care, and I'll see you soon in the next video.